Welcome to Elmar's ecosystem.
It's an ecosystem. Everything is connected.
It's an amazing experience.
Okay, John, I'm here with John Skelete, ne? Is that how you pronounce your surname?
That's Skelete.
Skelete, just Skelete.
Yeah, Skelete, yeah. We don't pronounce the last E.
You don't pronounce the last E?
Because it's
just
Italian, yeah.
It's an Italian name?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh, we'll get to that. I want to ask, actually, you've been on to many voyages to Antarctica and Marion Island. Have you been to Gough? You haven't been to Gough?
Yes,
yeah?
I have been.
Yeah,
that was my first expedition.
Your first expedition?
Yeah.
So how many have you been in total?
It is 12 in total.
12?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, and some of them you overwintered and some of you didn't?
Yeah, 12 overwinters and 7 takeovers.
7 takeovers.
And 1 6 month.
12 overwinters. Is it that many? Is that including all 3 places or?
All 3 places.
All 3 places.
3 here, 1 at Gough, which makes 4.
Yeah.
Then another 8 at SANAE.
Sure.
Yeah, SANAE was my best.
You love that place?
Yeah, I love to challenge myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's challenging there.
Yeah, it's a lot of challenging.
And you were the diesel mechanic at all of these places?
All had this mechanic.
Yeah. Okay. So why would you say the SANAE is the most challenging? Just because of the weather?
SANAE is when you compare to the other 2 stations, the weather is so demanding in SANAE. The terrain, let's put it that way, because it is dry weather in SANAE. It doesn't rain. Yeah. And when we talk about the terrain, it is snow all over.
Snow. Yeah.
And when it's snowing, you won't even see where you're going. And you have to know how to navigate on a GPS. Because GPS can also mislead you sometimes. It can be malfunction one way or the other. So you just have to have a backup. So I would say SANAE, it teaches you lessons if you don't listen.
If you don't listen.
Yeah, but the other 2 stations, Gough and Marion, one can navigate because it is a lot of vegetation. And that is why I say I prefer SANAE.
So why do you need that much navigation at SANAE? Do you have to go far for? How far is the generator away from base, for instance?
The generator is inside the base.
Yeah.
But your diesel bunker is just 250 meter from from the base. Just like the distance between the generator room to the AD shack. Okay. What happens during bad weather, you can't even see the diesel bunker. Yeah. You won't even see where you're walking. And also the path is next to the cliff.
The cliff.
Yeah. So one have to navigate. You have to use a GPS because all the GPS coordination are there. All the points are on your GPS. So for you to get there, you need to use the GPS.
You need to. Yeah. Otherwise you can fall to
Otherwise
death.
you fall in a cloud.
And has that happened before? I know about that one story about the guy who went over with the...
Yeah, it happens. I think I'm speaking correct. I think 2009, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2009. The scientists arrived, or everyone arrived at SANAE. No debriefing was done. Yeah. Because usually when you arrive, they do debriefing for you to tell them to know what to do, what not to do.
So they made a mistake there.
I think
was it just a miscommunication? Or
yeah, the gentleman, he was just in a hurry. He was so excited. Immediately when you arrived there, he wanted to ride his snowmobile. Yeah. And he didn't know that the weather's going to change. So immediately when he started riding, the weather changed. He couldn't see where he was riding, so he went over the cliff.
Yeah. How far is that drop? Do you know?
The drop is about 800 to 900 meters.
Shit.
High.
That's cockroach.
Yeah, it's very, very high. Very high.
Yo, I can't believe it's that high. Yo.
Yeah.
It's like a mountain.
It's a mountain, yeah. Because, when you go up to base from the bottom, is about 848 meters above sea level. So it's a bit quite higher.
Yeah.
Very, very higher.
Yeah. And you said the base at Antarctica, you have to, it's far away from the ship, right? Because the ship can't get to there.
No, it can't get. The ship used to dock. Okay. Usually it docks where we used to have our emergency base. We used to call it e-base back then.
Yeah.
So now that base decommissioned in 2007. Yeah. That's why I spent 6 months. I was very young by then.
Yeah.
So we decommissioned in 2007. So there's nothing remained there. So the White Desert, the international observers, they are using that area as their base. It got also a runway. So when the ship arrived, it docked at a place called RSA Bukta.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a bay in a Swedish language.
In Swedish language.
Yeah. So from there to SANAE IV base is about 186 kilometers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
To drive with the vehicle which we have, the CAT or Challengers, you will take at least 16 hours to get there.
Sure.
Because your vehicle can only give a maximum of 14 to 20 kilometers an hour when it's not loaded. When it's laden, it's about 9 kilometers an hour.
But do you usually take the vehicle to there or the chopper? Or how do you get
The
there?
passengers will use the chopper to be flown in, but the cargoes and the
cargoes
fuel,
has to go with.
you have to go by
Sure,
road,
so it takes that long. And what if you get bad weather? And...
If you get better weather, now that's where you need to navigate. And also because of a heavy load you're carrying, sometimes the snow it's not even. It's not flat. Sometimes you find like mountains.
Mountains,
yeah.
Snow.
To go up is difficult. Sometimes you have to off-hook one sledge, leave down. You could take one up
and then go back.
Come back again. Yeah, that's why it takes sometimes it takes 24 hours.
Sure.
Before you get to the base.
Sure.
And quite challenging. You need to know what you're doing. The planning is more important. Otherwise, you don't get things done.
Yeah. So the weather, because we're used to bad weather here now, but it's nothing compared to Antarctica. You can't compare it.
This weather is nothing. This is just I will call it as a mini weather. Even the wind speed, the maximum we had here at Marion, I think is 54 knots.
Yeah.
That is nothing. Because SANAE, when it's maximum, it's about 94 knots.
Sure.
And when the wind and the snow, or we call it storm, you can't even see a person.
Yeah.
Your arm length.
Yeah,
if I touch you, I won't see you.
And that is because all the snow is just like blowing.
Yeah. And you won't be able to stand because it's gonna
blow you off.
Yeah. So it's here is okay. Yeah. SANAE is just not.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah, it's very, very.
It's very dangerous. No. So the work what they do at Antarctica it's similar to here. You also have weather people and you have obviously, but you don't really have scientists like a lot of field workers.
Scientists they only go during takeover. The geo also goes. The bedders. I saw Dylan was there 2022. Yes. Those guys they are there. They must spend that 13 months with us. We have the Sansa guys they also do work. Then of course the doctor. Then the technical teams. Yeah, which is a mechanical engineer, 2 diesel mech, electrical engineer, then the doctor. There are 9 people.
So why do you need 2 diesel mechs there in only 1 year?
Because we have 3 engine runs in parallel. Then we have a vehicle outside, and there's snowmobile as well. For one person, it won't be possible. So
You need to service all of that.
you need to service that because and also during winter when everyone goes back to South Africa after takeover, all the equipment need to be installed inside the hangar, especially the snowmobile. But the sledges and the vehicle, you need to go install it to winter depot. We call it winter depot. There's a summer depot only for summer during takeover, and after that, the summer depot have to be break down. Then you have to go and make heaps where you're gonna store your vehicles or your equipment because
That's because the weather becomes too bad.
after 3 months, when you get there, you won't believe those heaps will be flat,
Flat. Gone.
gone. So if you leave the vehicle on a flat surface, you will never find that. You will never find that.
You'll never find it. It'll be dug beneath all the snow.
We lost one of the crane, wheel crane. It's got a huge thing, and they left it in a summer depot. I remember, I think it's 2014. Yeah, 2014. Before I came here,
No.
we never found that.
You never found it?
No.
So did it pop up again in the summer? Or?
No. You will never find it.
You'll never find it?
You'll never find it. Gone.
That's interesting. So it just disappeared?
It just disappeared. No, thinking maybe somebody came and found it. And I realized now it's snow.
Yeah, that's funny because here we don't have vehicles. Here
No, we don't have
we
that.
can't drive here. I don't think. Maybe with a nice. I thought about driving like a dirt bike or something, where you can push it out if you're stuck.
Yeah.
But I don't think that will even work. I
No,
think
it
we'll
won't
get
work.
so stuck here.
You
in
want
Myers.
there's two Mayas here.
I think it can work at Gough. Does Gough have like vehicles?
No,
They also
doesn't. Gough is even worse. I think this place is much better than Gough.
Oh really?
Yeah, Gough got only one hut, a filled one.
Yeah, I know about that.
Only one.
Apparently they don't have art anymore.
They don't have anymore.
They're doing it tents now again.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think this Marion is much better than Gough. Yeah. I mean, the terrain.
The terrain is more hilly there.
More hilly, yeah.
So you can't really.
No, you can't.
Here at least there's flat spaces. But then with the flat spaces, all you have Myers.
Especially if you go to tripod.
Yeah, it's nice there.
Yeah.
It's nice and close by. Yeah. So you said all the challenges. Now, what was the most challenging thing?
The most challenging thing is I always keep on talking to people.
I know you have mentioned it before.
Yeah.
But I would like to hear them again.
2021. That was January. Not 2022, January, sorry.
Just after COVID.
Yeah.
Actually,
What happened was the military, they used to bring cargoes to SANAE. That was the last cargo they have to bring and leave everything behind. So that the team can take over when they go back to South Africa. It was on the 19th of January, I still remember very well the date. So the ship was traveling back to South Africa. And the military have to be flown back to South Africa because they had a lot of things to do. So what happened was they predicted that the weather is going to be bad from tonight. Say for example today the 19th, tonight the weather is going to be bad on the way to SANAE. And it's going to be a white out. It means it's going to be a storm. So they told the leader of the military guys, said, better stay in the vessel until the weather is okay, then we can let you go.
So this is while you were on the vessel going to SANAE, right?
Yeah. So he said no, they will manage. And they were having 4 vehicles. So the captain said, okay, it's fine. So the ship departed on their way to South Africa. And this guy were driving, they did not even make halfway. The weather turned bad.
It turned really bad.
They lost the first vehicle. Then they were having 3.
Sure.
They drove couple kilo. It's not even more than 5. The last second one.
What do you mean by lost? Did the wheels? What happened?
Got stuck.
Got stuck.
Got stuck.
You can't move it.
Got stuck and then it just
You can't do anything.
lost. We call it powertrain.
Yeah.
Powertrain is an electrical thing.
So I would think if you get stuck, it's gone.
It's gone.
You can't get it out.
You can't
It's
get out.
impossible.
You-
With that weather.
You have to wait until
Yeah.
it's again. Then they were having 2. So they managed to come close to base, but on the cliff before you go, because you have to go around, they, number 6, got stuck. Number 7 wanted to come back and leave them, also got stuck.
And
That-
you were at the base, right?
I was at the base.
Yeah.
That was Tuesday morning, the 20th. We got the message at 12 midday, and the weather was so bad. So we need to set up a team, a search and rescue team. So Dr. Lobster was our doctor. So he spoke to people because PW guys also were there.
Yes.
Because they were waiting also to be flown out,
Back to the ship.
back to the ship. So he asked who is qualified to do search and rescue. 0.
Nobody.
Then he asked me, John, if you are. I said, yeah, I am. I've done that. So I've shared to you my qualification. So I said, yeah, I've seen you've done a lot of things here at SANAE. So, but we need a team. Said, okay, who's gonna volunteer? It's not easy. It's not gonna volunteer. We need to go because those 4 guys need to be rescued.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're gonna lose them.
You're gonna die, basically.
Yeah. So that was Tuesday. We did not have a vehicle. We had only a dozer.
A dozer.
Yeah.
So you had to go with a dozer. And how fast can a dozer go over the snow?
You can drive 30 kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go a distance of 30 meters with a full tank and come back. And then they will ask me, how are you going to get there? I said, we have to use a dozer. What else can we have?
You can't walk.
You can't walk.
What's the reason how you can't? The weather was still too bad.
The weather was bad. Believe me, I will tell you what. So we have to get the dozer because the in front of the base where we park the vehicle it's not even a 20-meter distance from your catwalk.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't see.
You can't see where it is.
see it. So we used to use a rope touching each other.
Yeah.
There was this PW guy's leader, Mudao. Mudao was one of the guys. He said, no, he can walk in this weather. I said, okay, it's fine.
Okay,
It's fine.
enjoy.
I said, no, it's good. I love that part. You know, I just want to show you something that you cannot sustain this weather. So I touched him. I said, you lead us. I was behind him, and we were 3. Just to get out of the catwalk, he fell.
You fell.
Yeah.
The wind just.
He was disoriented. He couldn't even, when he walks up, he was going under the base.
And you guys already had your rope on each other. Right?
We have still the rope.
Yeah.
Then we have to come back. Get up. And when we come back, you can't see. It's full of snow.
Yeah, you're full of snow. But obviously you wear masks.
Yeah, you wear masks. Yeah. Then I asked him, are we going to try again? He said, never.
He didn't want to go again. He was out.
That was it.
That's your search and rescue team.
So we tried it again, and now we failed. So we call it a day. I told them no. I think let me just gonna think of a plan. That night,
While this happened, they're still stuck out
they're
there.
still stuck. They're still stuck.
But how did they keep warm? Like,
What I did, I told them, and in process, the Challenger's door, it was blown off
it was blown off.
by the wind.
Yeah.
So And that was the last communication I had with them. I said, the door is blown away. Now it's open, the snow is coming in. I said, okay, this is what you're going to do. For you to save yourself, I want you to do the following. I want you to dig the snow, build the snow, the door, close it to the snow, so that the snow cannot come in. The snow is going to keep you warm. Trust me, I've been there. I've experienced it. So they built it. Then I said, you guys sleep in there. It's going to take a little bit longer, 2 to 3 days before I get there. So you just have to be patient. So they did that.
Did they have any food with them?
Yeah, they had the food. Yeah. So that night, the second, I think around about 12, so I asked the DCO, Shiran. I said, Shiran, we cannot stay longer because otherwise we're going to lose those people. Now we don't have communication with them anymore. We only have communication with Challenger 7, which is Bertes. And the other 3, we don't have communication with them. So they are cut off everything. Yeah. And the snow is going to last until Saturday.
Sure.
The 15th, the 24th.
24th, so that's 5 days.
Yeah, so if we can't get there now, or within 7 hours, we're going to lose those people.
Yeah, we're not going to make it.
We're not going to make it.
Yeah.
And he said, what is the plan? I'm not search and rescue. I've never done that. I said, no, it's fine. I need one who can drive the dozer. I'll do the navigating. You have to communicate with the base at constant speed when we are traveling.
Yes.
Have some radios. So I'll do the navigation. I'll take 4 GPS, and that's what I'm going to do. So I went out with him.
So you went out with him, but did you guys have to go in that wind again to get to the dozer? Right?
Yeah. So I told him and I told the doctor, I need only one person I can go with so I can get the vehicle. Because taking a bunch of people, is just not going to make my job easier. So I went with Shiran. I got the dozer, I brought it back, mounted the GPS on it, and when we finished, it was already in the morning. But you can't see.
You can't see.
Yeah. And then I said, okay, we're going to go now. So we have to leave. We left the base now. From the base to the diesel bunker is 250 meters. It took me 2 hours to get there.
150 meters?
Yeah. Get close, come back. Get close, come back. Until I got that, fill diesel. Then from the diesel bank to the T-junction, for me to get the beacon, for me to travel on the it took me 3 hours.
Yeah.
When I got to the T-junction, it was already 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But finally, I made it. Then I have to travel because I had.
And how far were they exactly?
It was 5 kilo.
5 kilometers.
5 kilometer distance, but it took me 10 hours. 5 kilometers
to get there.
To get there because you get lost.
Yeah.
Just have to come back again to start all over again.
Sure.
And I even passed them.
But you came there if you were 10 hours, what was the time you got to them?
I got to them on Wednesday, 2 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning.
Yeah.
And how was the light was it?
Nothing.
There was darkness.
Dark. You know what happened? I told the guy, just drive on the GPS, I'll tell you. When I tell you 10 left, just say slightly. When 10 right, slightly. You just will drive on my instruction, not on your instruction. And we passed them, I think it was, passed them about a meter. Then I said, stop. But the GPS, I calculate if we pass already. Make you turn 108 degrees. Those are just 10 very quickly. 10, say drive slowly. And I heard the sound. We bump into something.
Wow.
I said, stop. You stop here, give me the rope, touch me the rope, and I went to do say, but I couldn't see.
You couldn't see nothing.
Couldn't see. I bumped myself in the vehicle. I hit myself so hard.
Yeah.
Then I said, I think I found them. So I
what?
went behind. I was looking for the door from the snow. I have to shovel it, but I
Because
couldn't
the
see what I
snow
was
was
doing.
over the
Yeah,
vehicle, no?
yeah. I couldn't even see. Just shovel. I got the passage, and I asked them, guys, are you there? Yeah, we are here. Can you move? No, we can't move. Our legs are numb.
Yo.
So, and then I said, okay, it's fine. I will take one by one. Took one by one, take the dozer, come and fit the other one, come and fit the last one.
Yeah.
Then I had a medical kit which the doctor gave me. I also have done the medical training actually.
Yeah.
So I have to wrap them with those blanket papers.
Yeah, that's space blanket.
Yes.
For the,
Wrap them and give them sleeping bag which I carried with. Let them sleep.
Yeah, let them just get warm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long were they out there on their own?
On their own.
Yeah.
2 days.
2 days.
And then on Wednesday, when we arrived there, also we got stuck as well. We spent Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We only left on Saturday when the weather cleared.
When the weather cleared. So your vehicle also got stuck?
Got stuck as well.
Shit. How did you
was-
feel when that happened? When you got stuck? You're like, oh, we came to rescue you and now you're stuck.
I had confidence. I knew it would be okay. I believe in my experience. I just kept the generator, the engine run.
Yeah.
I told Shiran, I'm gonna run the engine.
You had enough fuel to do that. Yeah.
Until the fuel ran out, it's okay. But for now, to keep these guys alive, I have to run the engine.
Yes.
Yeah. So that I can keep fresh air inside, because I don't want to heat the cabin. I want to put fresh air so that they will have that comfort.
So it was 3 guys.
Yeah, there were 3 guys, yeah.
Yeah.
And with us 3, we were 6 in the dozer. So for 4 days, we got stuck. I was just sitting straight up. Because there's no way I'm tall, and here I'm just sit like that.
There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing I can do.
You just chilled in the dozer.
Yeah, you have to pee in
Yeah.
a bottle.
In the bottle.
She ran a Muslim.
Yeah.
I told him, there's no religious. You pee in a bottle.
Yeah,
Like that.
there's no
Or others
there's no
you
other
pee
way.
yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the worst part of my expedition.
Yes.
And not to mention that none of these have been discussed by the department. They kept quiet.
They kept quiet. They kept it from the media.
Kept it from the media.
Mm.
So for me, I even asked the department, people who go to SANAE, they need to be trained. They need to do search and rescue.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. For them to know, because if something happens, we'll lose lives. And we lost, since expedition started SANAE, we lost almost 9 people already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And we don't need to lose more. Yeah. It is their department's responsibility to take action or to take initiative.
So the reason they kept quiet just to protect themselves, basically. Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah. Because who made the mistake? You said it was the military guys
the military and also the DCO.
and the DCO.
Yeah. Because if the DCO stood his ground and tell them, you stay in the ship until the weather clears out, none of this would have happened.
Would have happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they took the risk.
They took the risk, and they got paid.
Yeah.
Got paid the price.
They got paid the price. Yeah.
And believe me, those guys it's gonna affect them mentally in the future, because the weather really affected their bonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So did you see the people afterwards again? The people
Yeah, I saw them because all of them live in Pretoria. I've seen Bertus, I've seen Filiun, and I've seen Kapase and Tekisha. There were 4 guys, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They even came to my mom just to thank her.
Yeah.
Said, your son is crazy. He's not brave. He's crazy. I said, no. For me, I risk my life saving people.
Saving those people.
Yeah. I couldn't stand just...
Yeah, but I think I would have done the same in my opinion, because you're there and you don't want to be there while people die.
No.
That's not a good
It's not a good
feeling.
feeling.
It's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
But what it's fascinating for me, you had to drive with a GPS in the dark.
Yeah.
The only thing you could do is follow the GPS.
Follow the GPS, yeah.
And how do you know if you will fall off
over the cliff?
Over a cliff.
And I was very close to the cliff. Where I found them, I was very... If I would driven another meter left, I was going to fall in the cliff.
You was going to fall?
Yeah. Yeah. That's how dangerous.
High risk.
Very, very.
Yeah, that doesn't compare to here. Yeah, but didn't you also have a search and rescue here as well?
I did.
On Marion?
I did. My first one was 2017. Yeah, 2017. Hintler and the other guy, forgot his name. I think I've gone. It's one guy. He was doing a PhD.
Is it Chris?
No, it's the other one. I will tell you.
Frankie.
I think it's Frankie. Yeah. So they were coming from that side, from Shipscope. The weather turns bad. It just started raining. Van den Bogaard River is filled up.
Yeah, so if that thing comes down, you can't really cross.
Yeah.
You know.
They couldn't cross.
Yeah.
The Hitler's friend, his teammate, tried to jump. So he hit himself in the rock. So almost, he was unconscious.
Yeah.
So Hitler managed to grab him, take him back. Then they had a radio. They called the base. They said, we need to, the river is flooding. We can't get, and it's almost getting dark.
Yeah.
So I took ropes. Then the nurse said, what are you going to do? I said, search and rescue. This is what I do for a living. I said, but it's flooding. I said, I can swim. I can dive.
Yes.
I'm done with this course. Relax. All you have to do is just come with me.
Yeah.
Bring your medical kits so that we can research the guy who got injured. I will get the other ones. Yeah. So we went. So it was really wide. You have to know from the So I have to swim with the rope. Yeah. One point is the side.
But it comes down quite strong, and you'll be surprised.
I was swept, almost swept.
Yeah.
To that side of the sea. But I managed to swim across. So I went to anchor the rope and get him tied, attached him, swim with him on the rope. That's it, come back, fix the other guy.
And the other guy was still unconscious, or was he?
He was now
He was conscious now.
Yeah. Put him on my back, swimming with him, bring him back. Yeah, that was my first Marion search and rescue.
Your first, there's more.
Marion, yes. Then the other one, Jessie Brandt. She was,
that was the lady who
fell at Kentucky. She broke, I think she cracked her lower joint. She couldn't walk. So we have to walk from here to Kentucky with a stretcher, go and fetch her. Then...
is that the same year? That was a different year?
That's the different year.
Different year.
Yeah. Then the other one... Dr. Pretorius. Liesel.
Oh, Liesel?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know this story.
Tripod. Yeah.
What happened there?
It was raining, she couldn't cross the river.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. So I have to go again.
Do the river crossing again.
Yeah, and the last one, it was...
I can remember the previous, Dylan and Peter told me,
Yeah.
because they had sensors and they crossed that river, but it was also pumping down.
Yeah.
And they had to go through the river, and the river almost swept them. But then Megan came afterwards.
Yeah.
And she said she couldn't cross. It was impossible.
Yeah.
It happened in an instant. Like it took 20 minutes after they left. The river was incrossable. You couldn't cross it.
Yeah. And the last one, it was Vonica. She's coming.
Yeah.
She went to Sipskov. I think at Sipskov you see that's a kind of a piece of iron. She was dug in.
Yes, I
So
that.
she was down. She couldn't come up.
She couldn't come up.
I think she had a hip problem.
Did she slip or something?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. So luckily she had a radio. So
Yeah.
she radioed the base. So I went with my kids and I went down, put on the bag.
Yeah.
So
And carried her up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I've done a lot of crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah. But I'm just happy that I've done it to serve my colleagues,
Yes.
serve people I'm working with, and those who matters to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, we were lucky this year. We didn't
Yeah,
have
no, we're lucky.
big injuries except now for the one. Mrs. Ball's incident.
Yeah.
But at least he could have still walked, and
Yeah.
that's the good thing at least.
Very true.
Yeah,
Very true.
could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's quite interesting.
Yes.
But yeah, obviously Marion isn't that dangerous.
Now, Marion can be dangerous if the weather's bad and you don't really conform to weather patterns, or if you are not used to it,
Yes.
it can be dangerous. But
Yeah.
one can maneuver.
There's one thing that's dangerous for me, and it's the interior on a
Yes.
bad day.
Yes,
You
yeah.
don't want to be there.
You know, you don't want to be there. You don't want
Because
to be
that day, can you remember that day you were out and I came to look for you?
there. Yeah.
And I found you on Black Haglet, and then I thought, it's early, let's go.
Yeah.
I want to go from Watertown to Cathedral.
Yeah.
And then the weather changed.
Yeah.
And it was snowy up there. I had to crawl on all fours to get over that mountain there.
Oh,
the
no.
wind was so bad. I couldn't walk
Yeah.
up straight.
Yeah.
And the ice was slippery.
Slippery, yeah.
I didn't have a ice, what do you call it, a ice pick.
Ice pick, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have that, and I could have died that day. I haven't told anybody about it. I'm telling you now for the first time, but I think it's better for me to keep it a secret, because I didn't want to have everyone know what I went through that day. I really prayed that day that I'm gonna survive this, because I went around Gamma, and the ice was so. I wanted to go through Gamma and Delta.
Yeah.
There's a saddle thing.
Yeah.
But then my legs were cramping. It was so far a walk.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna
Sure,
die.
sure.
I don't wanna. It's too much on my legs. So I went around, and that was a bigger mistake, I think, because the ice was ice.
Yeah.
And it was slippery, and it was a very slope.
Steep slope.
So every walk I made, I had to crush with my boots a hole.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would slip.
It would slip,
I don't know where I'll fall. But it took me long to get through that. But when I saw Nedskop, I started to cry, because I was like, out of relief.
Yeah.
Okay, no, Cathedral Hut is just there. I was like, But
And I went the same thing, remember?
Yeah.
But I was, for me, it was too early before the weather got
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
The wind just changed.
Yeah.
It was a nice morning. And
Yeah, it
all of a
was, it
sudden,
was, it
was
was.
just, that's just amazing for me on this island. The weather can just
Can change, yeah.
in an instant.
Yeah.
But yeah, that interior is scary. From
very,
that day, I didn't take chances anymore. I was like, screw that. I'm not. I put myself through the elements.
Not anymore.
I'm not gonna do that again.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's the island is sometimes, it just change for no apparent reason when you expect the least. Yeah, it just change.
Yeah.
And SANAE is just the custom, You will see the daylight, and you think, oh, good weather, I'm going to the runway, suddenly change. Then you don't even see the runway.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how dangerous it is.
Yeah. And if you compare the bases, how's SANAE's base? Is it also, it's not as large as Marion, no?
Marion is big.
Marion's big, yeah.
Yeah, but what makes SANAE unique is they are two layers on top of each other. Yeah. We have a ground floor, then we have a upper floor. Accommodations for A block. On top is accommodation. On top, on bed. On the bottom is where the hospital is, and the sansas, and the sauce, and the kitchen, dining room, and as you go down the west room, the games room, the generators, then the last portion is the hangar, and on top B block. So on top is accommodation, then C block is the gyms and the stores.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they designed it in a way is quite unique. Unlike here, we have sections.
Sections, yeah. That's just like one long thing.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Because we have the joint where A block joined with B block is like a flexible one because when the wind blows, you can feel it moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unlike this one. This one is just like a train.
Yeah, it's like a train. Yeah. Okay. So you said the first time you went to SANAE was 2007, right?
Yeah.
So before that, where did you work before? Did you work as a mechanic somewhere or?
I was an apprentice, and during my apprentice I was in the military. Then when I did my N5 at Centurion, so we were sent to German, Stuttgart, from the cities. They used to choose the best student. So I was among them. So we spent 3 months there for training on a Mercedes vehicle. Then in the military I did not last. I just went there for I think 2 years. Then I left. Then I joined AMSCO. I was testing vehicle for homologation papers. So for 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I used to do. Then I decided I know too much.
And you wanted to try something new.
Yeah, then I said.
So what got you to coming to SANAE, or where did that come from? Is it like a dream, or was it like somebody inspired you, or?
This is someone's fight, and that's another story I read. I came across the old newspaper where they were talking about scientists. I came across Ernest Shackleton. And how did this guy travel with his 20 men? So they crossed the White Desert. Then he ended up, his vessel was crushed by the ice.
Yeah.
Then he went in his small boat. They end up at Falkland. They are the one who discovered Falkland, which now they call South Georgia.
South Georgia.
Yeah. So then one day I was just sitting and said, Ernest, he's a human being. So he managed to go to Antarctica. And it's the most cold place. So if he can do it, I think I can. Yeah. So I want to try.
You want to try?
Yeah. So
you did it as a challenge.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. So then I was working at AMSCO. My CEO, Sipotomo, is a short guy. It's a mix of Xhosa and Kalat. I told him, I want to go to SANAE. Said, where's SANAE? I said, South Pole. Said, what are you going to do there? I said, no, I just want to challenge myself. But if Ernest was there, so I can also do it. Said, but are you crazy? You're still young and you're going to die. I said, I don't care. All I need is how can I apply? I said, no, don't worry, we'll figure out.
Okay.
And,
so he helped you out?
He helped me out. He contacted my colleague, Suzanne, I grew up with, firstly. And Susan said, John, I'm going to tell your mom. I said,
Tell your mom.
don't tell her. Don't tell her. Please.
So your mom didn't like it.
No. So, because I was still young by then. So she said, I'm going to tell your mom. Unless you buy me something. I said, okay, you name it. I can buy you anything. So she gave me application form. I applied. After 4 weeks, I was called for interview. Yeah. And I went for interview. And when they look at me, the people laugh. They said, "You're a chest taker." I said, "No, I'm going there. Trust me, I will go there." Then I went for medical. I passed.
Wow.
We left the 5th of December, 2007. Immediately when we left there, then Susan told my mom.
So now your mother could do nothing.
No, she called me.
She called you? Okay.
I switched my phone off. And my colleague, Duplessis, Lawrence, because we live in the same neighborhood in Situate, and they called him. Mama called him. Where's John? Said, he's sleeping. I wasn't.
I wasn't.
Sleeping. Your mom's want to see you. I said, she can't see me. I'm on my way to Cape Town.
Yeah. I'm going, sorry.
Tell her I'll call her when I get there.
And did you call her when you got there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Said, you're not going there. I said, Mom, it's a part of medical, so there's no way I'm going to turn back. I will go to Antarctica. I want to see that place. I'll bring you pictures. Relax.
Yes.
So I went. That was my first time.
Okay.
Then after that, I just get hooked up.
You got hooked?
Yeah.
It hooked. It was so fun, so you just wanted to go again.
Yeah, I used to cry when we got there, to call. We were at eBase where the ship docked. We use this radio HF to call SANAP base. SANAP base, they will connect South Africa. So it's just like they put a mic to the phone. So when you say hello, you have to wait 15 seconds.
13 seconds.
The first call I made, I was crying. And people will make fun of me. But it was fun. Yeah.
Okay.
But I managed.
You managed?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long did it take for you the second time to go? Was it just the next year or?
No, I came back 2008, January.
Yes.
Then I went back again December.
December?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I came back 2009 and I went back again.
So what did you do in between that time period when you came back?
I'll be home.
You'll be home.
I wouldn't care.
You won't care. You know you're going to go back.
I'll go back.
Yeah.
No, it was fun.
Okay.
It was fun. Yeah.
So why did you enjoy it so much? Like what attracted you the most?
What attracted me, you do different things. You experience different weathers. In SANAE, you see a lot of weird things.
Yeah.
So what fascinating me is during summer, you have 9-month daylight, 24/7. You see the sun going that way and
coming back
again. And for me, it was fascinating.
Yes.
And during winter, 4 months is dark. So you don't see the sun. So for me, it's great. I take pictures, do videos, send home. And also, the weather is totally different. You can't compare it anywhere. And I love when the wind is blowing. We call it a chill wind. And you are outside when you drive the vehicle or snowmobile, you will see the ice It's just like the wave on the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
For me, I love that. It's just unique.
Yeah.
It's unique.
No,
Yeah.
it sounds really unique. Yeah, I would like to go maybe if I can go for a takeover. But I don't think I'll do an overwinter.
Yeah, you can go for takeover. No, there's a lot of. I think you guys geo too. What I heard last time there were a lot of geos at SANAP, and I'm sure they're gonna go in December again.
Yeah. Okay.
Because what they used to do now, they are activated again, so they're doing that.
Okay. Yeah. So the last time you were at SANAE, when was that?
It was 2023.
2023.
Yeah, I think I went with Amson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have an interesting question now for you. Because I was thinking about this whole global warming thing and how the ice caps melt. If you had to compare the last time you were there to the first time, do you feel like there's less ice? Do you feel like there's an impact we're making on a global scale to Antarctica?
Definitely. You know, when I went there, 2007, the distance from E-base, our emergency bases, to the ice shaft, it was 14.25 kilometers.
Okay.
When I went there 2023, the distance is 8.8 kilometers. So you can see that global warming is really playing an important role, and sooner or later, the ice shaft is not going to be there anymore.
It's not going to be there.
Yeah, because when you look at the crevasses, all these cracks, you know,
there's a lot more cracks.
A lot of more, especially summers. When the vessel comes there, you will see the iceberg falling. Yeah, so nice. It's becoming dangerous.
Yeah.
And even from SANAE to when on your route to RSC Bukta, after you pass Roberts Colin, I think it's about. I did took that GPS coordination. I gave it to Willem. I still remember very well. There's a huge crevasses, huge crack just cross our route.
Wow.
This big.
Yeah.
Believe me.
Like a meter.
Yeah. It's blue when you look into it.
Yeah.
What happened? We were driving. So the guy said, my mechanical engineer, it was Luke Polo. We call him Lux. He said, no, he want to pee. Then I stopped. So he got out. He got his bottle, was gonna pee. And where he was standing, the crevice was between his legs. And he didn't see it.
He didn't see it?
He didn't see it.
But is it because of the weather? Or?
Because of the weather. Because, you know, when it's shiny, you can't see it.
You can't see it?
Yeah, you can't see it.
So you could have, how deep is that crevice?
Very deep.
Very deep.
Very deep.
You can't see the bottom.
You can't see the bottom. And I looked at it and said, oops. And I said, all right, okay, I'm also going to pee. Then the other challenger stopped behind us. So what are you guys doing? I said, shh. Then I got out, I walked. Said, no, I'm peeing. I said, I know. When you finish, don't move. Please do not move.
Do not move.
Yeah. I said, okay. When he finished, I said, do not move. Give me your hand. So then I pulled him out.
Yeah.
Then I said, look down.
Yeah.
That thing is like this. One mistake, he could fall in.
Yeah.
So that's.
But why didn't he see it? But you could see it.
You can't see it. You know, the snow covered a bit. You will only see like a stripe. But then immediately when you start now focusing on it, it becomes like a big.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. It was very scary. I took GPS coordination. I gave it to Willem. I sent it to Cape Town. I said, here's it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So everyone's aware of that.
They are aware of that. Yeah.
Oh. Now, how did that form? Is it just because of the melting of ice and then?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Because I've read some old hut books here.
Yeah.
You know, some of the old hut books in the huts here.
Yeah.
But they don't go as far as I wanted to. I thought you'll find like books out of the 80s. But
No.
I don't know what happened to those books. Do you know?
I think
they probably threw them away.
they threw them. No, I think you found them in stock.
In stock.
Stock, yeah.
In the museum.
In the museum, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, so it only goes back to, some of them goes back to 96.
What
And
else?
then I read some stuff about people seeing icebergs,
Yeah.
like in the winter months, when they're on the peak or something.
On the peak, yeah.
I was like, yo, how can there be icebergs? Like, I can't even imagine it. It doesn't feel like, it's not that cold.
Yeah.
I can't, how can there be icebergs?
Yeah.
And obviously it must have been colder or...
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe, or I'm not sure. But some of the icebergs can float from Antarctica.
Yeah, I think we saw iceberg. I think it's 2015, if I'm not mistaken. That side. We went to Bullard. Yeah, we saw one.
You saw
Yeah,
iceberg.
I saw iceberg.
How big was it? If you have to guess.
It's really quite big.
It's massive.
Quite big. Yeah, it's bigger than the Edishek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw it. Believe me, I thought maybe I was crazy. It was me, Genevieve, Abeda. It was Zuko, the ECO. Then there's David Green, also Abeda.
Yeah.
The fifth of where we were five. I saw it. Then they said, "No, where do you see that?" I said, "Believe me, I'm not crazy. Just look
Yeah.
straight." Then David said, "No, you're right. This is an iceberg."
It's an iceberg.
And we waited, and it came even close.
It came
was
closer.
floating, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
that's
my
so
first
cool.
time.
I would have loved to see an iceberg, actually.
And the other amazing stories, you know.
Yeah.
If you look in SI Galas too, you'll see there's my picture in there now.
Yeah.
Got a story behind it.
What story is that? Please tell.
You know, the first time I went to SANAE, I was as an observer with Jeremy Peterson. Jeremy Peterson is my uncle from my father. They were brothers. And no one knew in the department that I'm related.
Okay.
Only the two of us.
That's nice.
So, you know, they used to employ Ballowalt mechanics. By then, we'll drive from Ashaft, where the ship docks, to Nomaya station, to the Germany. We drive coast. So this time, we had two journalists. One's from Cape Town. Getaway.
Oh, Getaway, the
newspaper,
magazine.
Yeah. Peacock. Then we had another one from UK. I forgot his name. I'll just remember it now. I'll give you the name. So then it's me. Then it's the two Goughs, the diesel make from Ballowalt. We're driving Challenge 4. Challenge 4 had a big cabin. You can accommodate 6 people.
Okay.
So in Germany. So we travel because we wanted to go to Germany base, because the two journalists, they could fly back to South Africa.
Okay.
We come across bad weather. Our vehicle broke down. They could not start it. You know, we spent 48 hours. They struggled to start it. They couldn't find it. Couldn't know what was going on. Then Jeremy asked me if I know what's going on. I said, yeah, I know. And he said, but you kept quiet. I said, yeah, I kept quiet because I don't get paid to fix anything.
Yes.
You guys pay these guys, so why do I have to help them? And then he said,
They obviously didn't like that. But you said that.
yeah. And he said, but you're not helping them. You're helping me, your uncle, and these two journalists. And I said, but you did not ask me.
Yeah.
I said, okay. And I will ask these guys to give you time. And if you have to work on it, how many time do you need? I said, I need only 20 minutes max. 20 minutes, that's all. If I fail, I'll give them whatever they can do, whatever they want to do.
Yes.
Then the two guys did not. They said no.
They don't want to budge.
We are.
They are the seniors.
World, we are
Yeah.
from Caterpillar.
Yeah.
So if we can't get it right, he just from the college, no. Then the one of the journalists said, no, I think, let's be fair here. Give the young man a chance.
Give him a chance.
Give him a chance. If he fails, it's fine. You know, it's normal. We're human beings.
Yeah.
But you can't judge him.
Yeah.
What if he get it right? He said you need only 20 minutes. Give him that 20 minutes. He deserves it. Said, it's impossible. He won't make it. And with the weather like this, he won't make it. I said, it's fine. Don't worry. Relax. Just give me 20 minutes. He just gave me. I said, what spanner do you need? I said, I need only 19 spanner and 13, those two only. Jeremy was laughing. Said, you are so sarcastic. I said, no, I'm serious. I'm not joking. I know what's going on. I know what's going on. Believe me, I know. So the journalists were so curious. They want to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, obviously.
They got out with me.
In the bad weather.
Yeah, in a bad weather. Okay. So I went. I just opened the filter. It's a metal one. You got a sump in it. You move it, take it, clean it, put it back, pump. Then I told Jeremy, crank!
Yeah.
Crank. Vroom.
To the full.
Close the bonnet. Then the journalist said, are you done? I said, yeah, but it's not 20 minutes, not. You only did 10 minutes. I said, yeah, that's what I meant.
So why did they struggle so much? Why didn't they?
Because they didn't know.
They didn't know what was the problem.
Yeah. So that was where the story come from. From there on, they took a picture, photos. They went back to South Africa. They told Department of Environment, by then it's Environmental Affairs. This young man must go in a book of fame because he saved all of us. Something you guys are paying for couldn't do it, but he did it in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah. That's why if you go on deck 7, there's a picture on the wall.
Oh.
I'm sitting on the Challenger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go have a look. I don't think I saw that picture.
Yeah, it's there. I'm sitting on the Challenger.
Okay, that's
You'll see me. I'm very, very skinny, still young.
I will probably not recognize you.
But no, you will see me. You'll know.
Okay.
Yeah. That is where that picture come from. It was in SI Dallas 1.
Okay.
When they moved to SI Dallas 2, so also they moved to that picture.
That's cool.
And the story is in archive.
And did the journalists write about it?
Yeah, they did.
They probably did as
Yeah,
well.
they did, yeah.
It's a cool story.
It was on the engine in the internet. I used to Google it, yeah.
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 And that's your first time you were there in this
Yes.
happened. So obviously they wanted you back. Because you kind of built your CV there by doing that. You had everybody's good books after that.
Yeah.
And
this guy, they didn't know that I've been trained by Caterpillar. I've been trained by the Germans. So I worked on Mercedes.
Yes.
So they didn't know.
They didn't know.
Yeah.
They thought you came from a poor background or something. Yeah.
And after that, we became friends.
That's great.
I became friend. Even now, we're still communicating with the Gubaya, the two brothers. We communicate. Say, yes, Ventrad. I said, no, ek is net rustig.
Net chilled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so you've been here very long. The first time, Marion 2017, and obviously you've seen this base change. And do you think that people also changed during the years, the type of people coming here and the field workers, everything?
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think it's going in a positive direction, or I don't want to go too much into it, but just like in general, do you feel there's something to be hopeful for the research here and the work?
Research is taking us somewhere. We have capable people are doing research, especially you guys are doing a wonderful job. But the most burning issue or disappointing thing is the support we get.
Yeah.
And that is where the problem lies. Because if the work or the science are not getting support they deserve, they can't do their job properly.
Yeah.
Take an example, our team. Our team went through a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because the people have really a positive mindset, but they don't really allow the situation to derail themselves or disturb whatever they do.
Yes.
They always make a plan to do whatever they do.
Yeah.
And this is the most positive team I've ever come across with.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this not because you guys are listening to me or are seeing you, but I'm saying it because I mean it. Because I've been in this program for almost 12 years now.
Yeah. And you've seen people
I've
freak
seen
out.
people, but I haven't experienced that bad, let's say bad way of people just misbehaving because they don't have support.
Yeah.
But without the support, you guys still continue doing your job and doing it perfectly, and you manage even to maintain the team spirit.
Yes.
And that's I'm saying is.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think we went through a lot and we kind of just accepted it. But before I came, I heard about problems here from the previous team, and I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. So I came with a mindset already, just out of my experience, that I'm going to face problems that I'm not going to be used to. But I just accepted it.
Yeah.
Like, don't let it get me, attack me or get me down.
Yeah.
So I think many of us had that mindset when we came
Very
here
true,
and started.
very true, very true.
And I think that's great. Yeah, so all that problem with the generator and everything, you can easily get negative.
Yeah, you can.
But I think most people actually understood what you were going through, because I tried to understand what you were going through.
Yeah.
Obviously, we won't know the full picture, because I'm not a mechanic. I don't know how it works and everything.
Yeah.
And what tools you have and what you have to deal with.
To be honest with you, you guys been great. You know what motivate me personally? Not to mention you, Megan, Ria, and just to mention a few people. You guys been there just for you to say, "Good morning, John. How you doing? How's your generator?"
Yes.
Only by saying that, it motivates me.
Yes, that's
because
good.
That gives me the realization that the people really care.
Yeah.
They're not asking this because it is funny. They are asking this, how am I doing?
Yeah.
They want to know if I'm okay. And that motivates me. And believe me, I never experienced it before with other team I meet. I've been here. They didn't even care.
They didn't care.
Yeah, they didn't care. What you do is up to you. As long as the lights is on, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you guys have been great. Believe me. That I've been telling Megan and Ria, and said, you and Elmar, you guys are great. Believe me. And if I have to choose my next team, if I want to come, I think I'll send an email. I say I need these people to go, even if it's not in my jurisdiction to choose people.
To choose people. Yeah.
So because you guys are matured, and more professional.
Yeah.
And that is what you need, because
You need that,
You know,
yeah.
if you have a problem, you experience a problem together. But you are not really isolating anyone, because you always make sure that you chilled
Yeah.
and you support each other. You know, mental support is what we need. Believe me,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
And I'm very, very grateful to be part
Yeah.
of class.
No, thank you, John.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
I'm also grateful for you, for your jokes and everything. I enjoy it so much. No, just from my side, I could see obviously there's some stuff you need to go through, and that's why
Yeah.
I'm trying to help and just ask, are you okay?
Yeah.
Generate, because I can understand.
Yeah.
Because I worked on the farm for 6 months before, and I know
Yeah.
working with all
Is
these
this-
machines
Yo.
and then breaking just puts you in a bad spirit.
Yeah.
And especially if the support, because at the farm I worked with the same, it was
Yeah.
the same concept. The support system wasn't there.
Wasn't there.
People didn't give, because there was a guy working with me, his name was George. He was the mechanic on the farm.
Yeah.
But he didn't get any support. So he had to MacGyver basically as
Yeah.
well. Getting tools there and
Yeah.
there, getting parts at all kinds of weird places, second hand, and trying to build the stuff.
Yeah.
Build a bloody house with all crappy parts.
Yeah.
Poor guy, we had so much fights and stuff we went through, and at the end we actually became friends because we realized we both were just fucking struggling this whole time. And fighting, we thought we were each other's enemies, but we were not actually. We were both just struggling with all this crap. But anyway, so that's why I understand what you're going through. Understood. And with all the other stuff, other problems we have. But I think, at least, I think you and Eddie also work well together.
Yeah.
Because he's at least a very positive person.
Yeah, he is. He
Yeah.
is.
So obviously we all go through stuff,
Yeah.
family stuff, and but it takes heart
Thanks, Ad.
to go through it and not be
Yeah.
angry or aggressive to other people.
Yeah.
Because I can remember before as well, people asked me how would you deal conflict? That was questions, that I was like, huh?
Huh?
Conflict's always there. What do you
always
mean?
It's always gonna be there. Yeah.
But then I understood why I was okay, you're going here with these people. You're going to be staying with these people for a year. If you can't
Yeah.
know how to deal with conflict, you're gonna struggle.
You will struggle. No, you will struggle. You will stress yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. So my answer to that was just well, usually if I get angry at someone, I just delay it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. If I become angry, it's just relax. And then when you relax, you understand, it's not necessary
It's
to be
not
angry.
necessary, yeah.
That's the best way to deal with conflict for me. But it's been a good year at least.
No, it has been, although that I'm not a socialist person, but I always, what I do, first thing I do, observe, study my team dynamic,
Yes.
and get along with it. Because I know that I can identify people. The first time I saw you, I identified that gentleman is matured. You can see he's professional.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good team.
Yeah.
So you find some.
No, right back at you. When I met you the first time, I thought okay, awesome. We have a good diesel mechanic. I'm happy because I thought from the very start I knew that was the most important job.
Yeah.
you have a lot of responsibility on you.
Yeah.
And people don't really realize that.
Yeah.
Because if you're gone, we're gone.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. We're dead.
That's why Willem didn't really care. When I told him I've got only 1.5 generations, I said, nah, don't worry, you will figure out.
But it's not fair, though, is it?
And I said, I can't figure it out. I said, don't worry, you survive. You make a plan. Don't worry, Johnny. You've been in the worst case scenario, so just go on.
But that's great. He has confidence in you.
Yeah, no, he does. Yeah, he does. He's gonna come now.
Yeah.
He's gonna come. You will see him. He's gonna tell him, I told you, survive. You see, you survived now. Said, I'm not coming back anymore. No, don't worry, I'll ask your mom.
She's gonna say no.
Yeah. No, but you guys have been great.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
I was actually want to ask about that son of yours, because
Yeah.
you made a, I don't know how it worked, but you used the old generator to make,
Yeah.
use old parts
Use all parts.
to make a new one that you called your son.
Antarctic.
And it worked. For how long did it work?
It works for 9 months. Done?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was just recent.
Yeah. Only failed on the 14th of December.
Yeah.
I know.
I can remember. Yeah.
So no, I made a lot. I took all parts just to make my son work. And I told Elmar just said, okay, it's fine, John. I'm not gonna laugh now because this is not. I'm not supposed to laugh about it. He said, but why did you call your son? I said, cause I fix him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Now it's just a lot of issue there. You know, we use old filters, old tables. You can think. Sometimes, you know, Eddie just look at me. Really, it's gonna work? I said, yeah, it's gonna work. Relax, it's gonna work. And when it's worked, I said, yeah, it's working.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's amazing actually. And it's still working. Well, not that one, but at least the other generator.
The other one is, the other one is, I managed to tune it because Colin left it, the temperature was fluctuating, and one day he freaked out, said, is this thing gonna overheat? I said, no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Said, what are you gonna do? I said, don't worry, I'm gonna bypass it.
Yeah.
Bypass the sensor. I changed the one for the coolant. I took it for the air. Just swapped the two.
So Colin was the previous diesel Mac. Did he have the same problem?
Is that the same
He
problem?
had the same problem.
Yeah.
Did he also have to build a extra one? Or
At
what
least
did
he just managed one.
he managed to.
Yeah, only that thing failed when we were here the first time.
The first time.
And then he said, it's not my problem anymore.
He's done now.
Yeah.
He had
So
a
what
lot
are you
of-
going to do? I said, no, don't worry. We're going to strip the turbocharger from the old one, the one who's bent. So bring it. But says the thing is useless. I said, don't worry, we'll clean it.
Clean it. Yeah.
And we did it.
And it worked.
It works.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we should go to have a nice drive with the forklift. When are we doing that?
Let's see when are we gonna get a good weather.
Now. We have good weather now.
So my batteries are flat on those forklift. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're old because I checked. They never replaced the batteries for the past 2 expeditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red one is completely flat.
Flat.
Yeah, the blue one you struggle to start that thing. So
Something
I
wrong
took
with
the
it.
batteries and I'm gonna charge them and see if they charge. Then we can drive in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, even before 5, because after 6 it's getting dark already. Yeah, and we can go for a ride.
I remember you saying as well, I'm changing the topic a bit now, that you went on a ship to Brazil. Or what?
Yeah.
What was that?
That was just I needed to go on a.
Is it like a cruise?
There's a cruise, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom told me that she's gonna go to Brazil to see the sister, but she will be flying. I said, no, it's fine. I'm going to Cape Town. So I went to Cape Town.
Yeah.
So she flew. So I took the cruise.
You took the cruise and she flew.
Yeah, that was the worst decision I ever took. Believe me, for 2 weeks a cruise, I was sick.
Yeah.
When I got to Brazil, I was thin.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't eat.
You couldn't eat.
Yeah, and I said, oh, what are you doing here? I said,
No, was it on a yacht or what was it?
it's just a big cruising
A
ship.
big cruise ship.
Yeah, but flipping that thing is
That
not
rock.
comfortable. It's not comfortable.
Would you say SA Gallus is more?
Much better.
Much better.
Yeah. I even sworn that I will never use cruising ship ever.
Ever again.
Yeah. Sure. It took long for me to recover.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lost weight because I couldn't.
Yeah, I thought I would get more motion sickness, but we didn't have a bad trip.
No.
It was good weather, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get a bad weather when you go to SANAE. Yeah, but it's only the first 2 days. Then you are in a deep sea.
Yeah.
Then it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's huge. When we are about to pass Argentina, that thing is like a small boy. My gosh. Told myself never ever again.
Never again.
Yeah. And I went with the ship again to Madagascar. I don't listen.
And the same thing happened.
Same thing happened. And when I came back, I flew.
You flew. You were like, screw that. I'm not going back to that
Through
ship.
the ship. Take my money back.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always try things out. I love challenging myself.
But that's good. That's a good
Yeah.
quality to have. I think I'm the same in a sense. I think that's also a reason why I came. I wanted to challenge myself.
yourself, yeah.
And I just wanted to go to somewhere where there's, I don't know,
Yeah.
it felt like it's less responsibility in a way.
Yeah.
Because I came out of a job that's, it's total responsibility,
responsibility, yeah.
and you need to look after people.
Yeah.
Here I could kind of sit back
Yeah,
and
sit
let
back
other
here.
people.
Yeah. You
And it's
relax
not
here.
difficult work in the sense that you have to think a lot.
Yeah,
or
sure.
you just have to go out in the conditions.
Yeah.
And go get it, the data basically.
Yeah.
So it's not.
It's not that bad, yeah.
It's not that bad. It's actually a very, how can I say, a nice job. in a
Nice
way.
job, yeah.
'Cause It's very calming.
You're a boss for yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you do your job, and that's
Yeah.
what it takes, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned at the start your surname is Italian.
Yeah.
So how is that possible? Did you,
My grandfather,
your grandfather?
yeah, he was born in Misano, Italy.
Wow.
Yeah. So then he traveled to Angola. So where he met his wife,
Okay.
my dad was born.
Okay.
So my dad met my mom also in Namibia. I don't know what they were doing. My mom is half Swana.
Oh,
half
Swana.
Namibia, yeah.
Okay.
So so they made me.
In Namibia.
Yeah. So now I don't even know who I am.
Well, I don't think any of us knows really who we are. We all come from different weird backgrounds. Like if I think about myself, my father's side, they both were from Van Rooyens. My grandmother and from my father's side were both Van Rooyens. So it's inbreeding. They have the same surname.
Surname, yeah.
Yeah, the one Van Rooyen just came from a different.
another Van Rooyen.
Yeah, came from The one came from Zastron area.
Yeah.
And the other one was from Naisna in the forest there, in the bos.
Yeah.
And then from my mother's side, my grandparents, my grandmother was Lategan, and then my grandfather was Voliter. He was in Namibia.
In Namibia,
He was a German.
Yeah, German, yeah.
So I have like German and Dutch mainly.
Yeah.
And then obviously I think I have French as well from the Lategan.
Yeah.
I think it was Huguenot.
Yeah, Huguenot, yeah.
Blood in there as well. I think Lategan's French.
Yeah, it's French, yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
French.
French, yeah.
So it's a very weird. It's weird how South Africans is totally mixed up. Everybody.
And if they tell you I'm a South African, nah, don't believe it.
It's like the most mixed up country of like your descendants and stuff, I would say. And it's a really new country if you think about it. Like,
yeah, it is.
Like it's only 400 years actually. And then people started coming in different times. Like the British only came in 1800s. And then everything exploded. Then people came from all around the world.
All the corner of the world, yeah.
Yeah, it's like USA. It's the same
Yeah,
concept.
the same, yeah.
All this frontier
Yeah.
people coming. It's quite interesting if you look at that. Yeah. But did you know what your grandfather did, the Italian? And why did he go to Angola?
You know, he was in politics, something like
In
that.
politics.
Yeah.
Oh.
Politics, I think the Italian and the Portuguese and the South Africans, they used to support Angola and Namibia back then.
Yeah.
And so I think that's how he ended up in Angola.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
You
ended
probably got an opportunity there for a job. Or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
And I also got to saw a nice woman there, so took a chance.
Took a chance for some woman there.
Yeah. So I speak both.
Mm.
I speak both languages. I speak Portuguese fluently. I can write, I can read. Speak Italian, I can read, I can write, I can speak French. Because all these languages, I use them at home.
Mm.
Yeah. Like my mom is my late mom's sister, the one who raised her up after my parents passed on.
Yeah.
So the husband is from Gabon. He speaks English and French.
Yeah. Fluent.
So we speak French at
Oh, so you
home.
speak French with him?
Yeah.
That's nice.
So, but when we are in the neighbors, we speak Afrikaans because that's where I grew up. So I speak Afrikaans. People call me coconut. And it's okay.
Coconut.
Yeah.
Why do they call you coconut?
So that I don't even speak my own language.
Oh. You're a coconut.
Yeah.
That's the first time I heard that.
Yeah. Coconut.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at home they do that. I said, what? John? Which John? Coconut. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that one. No, we know him.
But it's so nice of you that you can speak so many languages and write.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to learn new languages now. You really have to.
Is it?
Yeah, but I think I'm not disciplined enough. That's the problem. I need to really try if I want to. But I think it helps if you're with people
Yeah, no, it's
who wants to talk to you in
Talk
that
to-
language and not
yeah.
switch over to
Not
English.
switch, yeah.
Just do it.
Just
Try
do
let
it,
me
just- yeah.
force me to understand.
all right.
Then
no
it,
problem.
I think then it will work.
Yeah, I will try that.
You're gonna try that?
Yeah, try. I don't know which one you are interested in, so that I can focus on that.
No, anything. I don't know. Like,
Portuguese.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Portuguese
We'll I will greet you all the time. If in the morning I'll greet you in Portuguese, in the afternoon I'll greet you, and I'll ask you the question in Portuguese. So
Oh,
that
shit.
if you
I will not
don't
be able to
understand-
reply, but
No, I'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
Yeah. No swear words. No. Genuine.
no swear words.
Yeah, genuine.
Okay, cool.
We've
You're not gonna make a fool out of me.
No. We've duped my friends I grew up with. We
You just gave them swear words.
when I started learning Afrikaans, they used to do that as well. Then they would give me the words. Then he came and said, yeah, that word come from my grandmother. That's what she said when she used to teach me. I said, but how can she teach you your own language? She said, for sec, man. For sec. I said, no, you are crazy, man. How can your grandmother teach you your own language?
Yeah.
I said, no, you don't understand, John. It's just like you. Because how many languages people speak at home? Do you know how? I said, I think 4. So you see, 4. Which one do you know?
Yeah.
No, it's just fun.
No, I grew up only in a strictly Afrikaans setting. Yeah.
All right.
We didn't really speak any other languages. I only started speaking English when I went to university, actually, because then there were more English people.
Yeah.
And I was in an Afrikaans high school, and I was an English and Afrikaans primary school, so I had some English words there.
Yeah.
But then you get used to your language.
Yeah,
right?
you get used to it.
And then you get lazy and you learn English in school and stuff, but then you know how it is. You start getting comfortable after.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't comfortable speaking English.
Is it?
Yeah, you won't even believe it. But now I'm very comfortable speaking.
Yeah, but you speak well.
Yeah.
You speak it very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
You speak it very well. You don't even struggle. You don't look for words. you just go with the flow.
Yeah, but that's how I would love to speak in
Yeah.
another language as well.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have at least free languages
Free
fluently.
language,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you have to
Yeah, no, we'll do that.
practice.
We'll
all
do
the
that.
time,
We
yeah.
still have, we have, many days before we go to Cape Town? 38 days.
38. You're counting the days, man.
Counting days.
It might be move on.
You never know.
You never know.
You see this guy said,
But I don't understand why is they said the 20th May were and then the 26th. I saw that Nui send the new schedule.
is it?
Yeah, and it said that the 26th will be in Cape Town. But why would it take 6 days?
You know, the reason said they want to give scientists to do their work.
Today that work.
You know, I think from Durban to Cape Town, they're going to do also their work.
But the
Oceanographic, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Usually it takes 2 days from Durban to Cape Town when you go straight.
Yes.
But now they want to take 5 days or 6 days. I have no idea. But whatever they do, as long as they pay us, it's fine. I wouldn't care.
No.
You just give me money.
Yeah, just give me my money,
Give
please.
me my money, please.
Oh, but it would have been nice if we could have had an extra week. I don't know.
Yeah.
Of May because
Yeah. I would love to.
I think I'm gonna be tired by then when we're at Durban and then
Yeah.
still have to be on the ship. Yo.
If they can say, okay, here's Devon, you guys have 4 hours, just go to the mall.
Go to the mall.
Go to the mall, go crazy, and come back at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then I'll come back at 5 o'clock in the morning.
He come there in the ship's lift.
Shit. But you said, guys, 5 o'clock. You didn't say 5 o'clock, which one? Yeah. Must be specific. 5 o'clock a.m. or 5 o'clock p.m. But you said 5 o'clock, so I came back 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock. I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said you've been to Germany and have you been to Italy and all those
Yeah,
places as well?
Italy is, I have family from my grandfather.
Yes.
They live in Misano, south of Italy.
Okay.
Just 250 kilometers from Maranello, Ferrari factory. Yeah. And also my cousins, my uncle's sons, they live in Rome.
In Rome.
Yeah.
Okay. So you sometimes visit them there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in most cases, when I go to Italy, I either stay in Rome, then we go to Misano. Because it's a 45 minutes flight and 7 hours drive by bus. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I've been in Italy is my home. Brazil is also my second home because I've got also family in Brazil. And
That's from your mother's side.
yeah, from my mother's side.
What are they doing in Brazil? Are they
They live there.
they live there?
Yeah, they live
Okay.
there. Yeah, they live in Sao Paulo.
Okay. Yo, that's a very populated place.
Yeah.
Yo.
And I've got also folks in the United States. Illinois.
Chicago.
Because I used to work also in Illinois for Caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
Yeah, the factory. So yeah, so I know UK, I know United States, France. I've been in France in Monza. I've been in Paris. Yeah, so I know this.
Is that how they say it in French? Paris. No?
Paris.
They don't say Paris. Paris.
Paris.
It sounds much better actually. Paris sounds stupid. Don't you think? Paris.
Paris.
How do they say Nice? How do they say that?
Ni.
They just say ni.
Yeah, ni.
It's not nice or nice.
Ni.
I can remember when I was a child looking on the atlas and I saw,
Yeah.
oh, this is a city called Nice.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Nee.
Nee. Oh, so that's how you say that. Nee.
For
Have you ever
English,
watched Formula One races? Because I know you're interested in Formula One. Have you
I
watched
do.
it? Have you watched it live? Is what I mean.
Live.
Where did you watch? Monte Carlo.
You see, I have 2 places I choose because I'm a card holder for Ferrari. I got it from my grandfather. So either I choose Monza or Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
Yeah, one of them.
Sao Paulo's not in Brazil.
Brasilia.
So they do races there now.
Yeah.
The Brazilian Grand Prix is there.
Like in December.
Okay.
I think the 7th of December last year. I'm not sure this year. I'll just check because I'll be in South Africa by then. I'll watch it.
You're gonna go?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Definitely.
Go.
That's cool.
I'm gonna go.
How does it work? You said you have a card.
I've got a card, yeah.
How do you get that card?
My grandfather used to work as a mechanic for Ferrari on the motor industry.
Okay.
So all those workers have cards. So it's been also you pass it to your generation.
Your generation,
because it's a legacy.
Okay.
So I got the card which I pay monthly, just to subscribe for me to get to the racing track.
Yeah.
So
it includes benefits.
Include benefit. Yeah. If I go to Brazil, if I don't have accommodation, they accommodate me.
The accommodation.
Yeah. But Italy, they don't have to because it's at home.
Yeah.
So I have to choose. You have to choose 2. Which one you can watch. Because like last year, I did not watch. Last year, I did not watch as well because I was very busy. So the point accumulates. So I can watch, this year I can watch 4.
Yeah. Okay, so because you didn't watch the video.
Yeah.
That's cool. Are you going to use all 4?
I'm going to try.
You're going to try?
I'm going to try. I'm going to try it.
But it's the racing season that started, man.
Yeah,
it's already.
They are now in Japan today. They're in Japan
Today.
because I saw
So
they
doing,
did.
what they say is, so they're training today. It's just like
they did first free practice this morning. And they're gonna do one in the afternoon. Tomorrow is qualifying. Sunday.
And Sunday is the race. Now I used to watch Formula 1 with my brothers because they're very interested.
Is it?
Yeah, my brothers are both. They studied engineering, so they every Sunday you just that's all you heard, and that made me so tired because I was young, and then you just you know, you can't argue with my elder brothers. They're gonna watch that because I want to watch cartoons, but they want to watch Formula 1. So then you sit there and watch Formula 1.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Very interesting.
No, it is.
Moves.
Yeah.
It moves.
It moves.
Yeah.
I could think it would be cool to watch it live.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't. That would be much better for me.
Yeah, Ferrari came to South Africa 2010.
Wow.
Yeah, came to South Africa. They were my client by then because when I used to work for Amsco testing vehicles, so we used to test Fiat because Ferrari is Fiat.
Yeah.
So we brought Ferrari to South Africa. It was Ruben Barrichello and Massa.
Oh wow! So they came.
Yeah, I went to Italy. I came with them. So we were at Gerotech. Then we went to Swartkop. Then we went to Kailami.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
So did you drive in a?
Yeah, it's drive the single seater where you can take 2 people.
Take 2
one
people.
In front,
one in. Yeah. Sure, that's cool.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice.
Did like Massa drive you, or how did it work?
Yeah, she drove me. Then shows me. Then after that, I drive.
Yo, so you could have driven the car as well.
Yeah. Because that's what I do for. I do complete as well. I've got a team in Pretoria called Nathan Penalbita.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do race in Swartkop.
Yeah, you told me. I can remember.
Yeah.
Sure, that's very cool.
I love that. I love adrenaline. I've done crazy stuff.
Have you ever met Michael Schumacher?
Yeah, I did.
You did, yeah.
Michael Schumacher, Mansell, Nigel Mansell. Nigel. Yeah, Nigel.
Nigel.
the only person I didn't meet is okay, Max Verstappen. I didn't meet him.
But he's not driving there. He's driving Renault now. No?
Driving Red Bull.
Red Bull, sorry. But that is Renault, is it?
Yeah, Renault. Yeah.
No. I'm not sure. No.
I met Lewis when he was driving for McLaren by then, before he moved to Mercedes. But now he's driving for Ferrari. I met Michael Schumacher when he drove for Ferrari by then.
Yeah.
I met Ruben.
And his brother probably as well.
Yeah, Ralph. Yeah. Ralph, he was driving for Toyota by then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can remember that was the time we were watching it on the TV when they were driving.
I met Robert Kubica, was driving for Renault before he became a Ferrari supercar driver. I met a lot of
Alonso.
She came for Ferrari, then did not make any difference. I met Alonso. Even the guy who passed on.
I think one of my drivers I really liked was Kimi Räikkönen.
Yeah,
he was cool.
He was cool.
Because I think he did rally as well.
Yeah, he did rally as well.
Yeah.
He drove for Ferrari as well. He was cool. It was cool. Iceman.
Yeah, that's
Iceman.
cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think now of all the cool guys that also.
Yeah, Sebastian Vettel.
Vettel, obviously, he was a legend.
Yeah,
Is he still driving?
He's coming back. I heard that he's coming back. I don't know. Maybe he's coming back as advisor or team principal. I don't know. But that's what I heard. But yeah, we'll see. Seeing is believing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow much more now when I get back.
Yeah.
Because being here,
you can't really.
You can't.
No, you can't follow. It sucks actually. The bad internet. Yeah, but we used to have a South African, Jody Scheckter.
Jody Scheckter.
I can't actually believe that we had a Formula 1 driver. Do you think there's like possibility for new people to become a good driver?
Yeah, they can. They can. South Africa, we have talented. Motorsport we are very, very good. So even motorcycle.
Yeah, the MotoGP. Who's that Bender guy?
Bender.
Yeah.
Bender.
Bender.
And his brother.
Yeah, and his brother.
Yeah, no, they are very good.
They're very good.
Yeah, they are very good.
Yeah, I know some of my friends love to watch MotoGP, but I watch both of them. Because sometimes for Formula 1, for me, it doesn't matter. It's like that split seconds that makes the difference at the end. Because some of the vehicles are better. And then, I never understood that. It's like, the guy with the best car always wins. But it's not totally like that. You still need skill.
Yeah, you still need skill,
But then I realized like all of these drivers are very good.
Very, very good.
All of them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you drive with the bad vehicle or not. Because
just good.
if you take that guy and put it there, you'll probably be... You can maybe do the same, but then it depends on that small differences.
On the small differences you make, you have to understand the setup of your car.
Yes, exactly. You need that's what I want.
Configures, you need really to be good at it.
Yeah, you need to understand that vehicle. That's what I like about the sport. It's very intense.
It's very intense.
And you need to be on point all the time.
On point.
In the whole race. That's actually so amazing for me. Because it's how many laps. Like so many laps you have to focus.
Sometimes 70.
Yeah, 70 laps.
I went to Monza. One lap, my neck is stiff.
But I can never understand that race in Monaco, Monte Carlo, what they still do it now.
Yeah, they
Monaco
do it.
race.
Yeah.
How do they overtake people there? Because it's so difficult to overtake. The tunnel.
And they take each other in the tunnel. I don't understand.
And they can't get past each other.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It's all about the qualifying there. Because you can't get past each other.
No, you can't. You follow each other like a train. But Max Verstappen always try.
That's what I used to enjoy the most. The start of the race is the best. Because that's when the accidents happen and all the weird stuff.
Everyone wants to lead.
Yeah. And then you miss the start and you see, 10 people crashed out. It's always so funny. It's like, yo, what happened there?
What happened there?
And then you see some French guy who always came in last, had his chance to get a podium position, and then you're like, yeah, go.
I love, I think, when was it? 2021. I missed the starter. I don't know what I was doing. Then when I said the reply, 4 people crashed out. I said, how did it happen? I said, no, what the replay? They were driving into each other.
Oh, God.
Oh,
There
no.
was this one time as well where there were only like 8 drivers left or something.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? And it was raining or something.
It was raining, yeah.
and
Yeah.
all of them, I think everybody screwed up with their tires or something.
Yeah.
They put on the wrong tire. That's another cool thing for
Yeah.
F1. Those
Like-
pit crews.
Like you're driving forward, you're like you're moving backward. You can't eat anymore. Oh,
No,
it's funny.
It's a fascinating sport.
It's funny.
The other thing that's cool for me is like a lot of your like technology and
Yeah.
cars actually comes from Formula One.
Yeah, it is.
Because they design cars to be more efficient.
To be on meal for shit,
Yeah.
Mm.
So that technology goes straight into the market for,
Very true.
for
Yeah.
normal cars. And I
For
don't
normal
think
cars.
everybody knows that. How
No.
important stuff
It
races
is
like-
important, yeah, it is important. Because, it's a way you're going to upgrade your car, to have, to maximize the speed, to maximize the balance,
Yeah.
to maximize the durability. People don't realize that. Yeah. Really, it's so nice. But sometimes when you look at it, you laugh. This car is going in a circle. What these people are chasing.
It's like NASCAR. I don't know. Have you seen NASCAR?
Yo, that one.
I don't get that. Just go in a circle. And these hillbillies, they love it.
And how do they control those cars? Which one is first? Don't you get crazy that maybe these guys are just jipping?
He's just sitting there in the center, taking the inside route.
Yeah, I know.
I don't get that.
No, it's crazy. But the Americans, they love it.
They love it. They love it. The Indy 500. It's the biggest thing.
They go
It's
crazy.
the same with the Super Bowl. They love that shit. That's fucking
That
football.
can even kill them.
Yeah.
If you want to kill the American, go to Super Bowl.
Go to Super Bowl.
Kill dozens of them.
All together.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an interest in the Dakar rally? And because those things are weird. I can't understand that because people die there a lot. Like the motorcycle.
I never wanted and rally. No, I preferred Formula One. I tried my MotoGP, but since I broke my arms, I decided no.
No.
Yeah, I stick to car. Because we used to drive like the Volkswagens, then we go to the Mini Coopers.
Yeah.
That one.
And you still drive?
Yeah.
You still race?
Still.
That's cool.
I've got my own go-kart at home.
Yeah.
I bought also my son a go-kart.
Cool.
Yeah, so he also races.
So it's go-kart races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yesterday I was speaking to him. Dad, I had a wheel puncher. I said, so how did you do that now again? No, we were racing. And I said, where did you guys race now? In Pretoria North. I said, oh, now I know where. So that track is not clean. I said, you shouldn't race there. You must go and race at Swartkop. I said, Mom refused to take me there. I said, oh, you should pay her. It's called my mom.
Mom, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Is there any other race courses? Is Swartkop like the biggest in Pretoria?
Yeah, there's in Swartkop and also Pretoria West, Gerotech.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a testing facility, but they use it as a racing as well. And the biggest one is in Kailami.
Kailami, yeah. No, I know Kailami. Yeah.
And most of the time they use it on William Nicol Highway. Yeah, they can also use that.
Okay.
There's a lot of loop road. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They just close. They use only the N4. I mean the N2. And then those highways they just use it as racing.
They use it as a racing.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
That's cool. Do you think South Africa will be able to host a Formula One race?
They can.
They can.
Yeah.
But do you think we have the infrastructure to actually
We have
organize it?
We are especially we have Kilani racing court in Cape Town.
Yeah.
And then we have Kailani, and then we have Durban City. Durban City, Reno was there 2003, I think. 2003 or 2009, if I'm not mistaken. One of those two. 2003, 2009. I'm not sure. Yeah. Reno was in Durban. Yeah. So we do have. Yeah. And there was one also in Free State. Can't remember. Free State. I'm not sure whether it's Kroonstad or Welkom. I think it's between Welkom and Kroonstad. There's one there.
There's a race course.
There's a racing course.
Okay. Yeah.
No, we do. We do have.
It's just crazy for me. We hosted the Soccer World Cup in 2010, and it doesn't feel like our country is doing any more projects like that.
Yeah.
I know we made a bid for the Olympics, but I don't think we'll be able. Olympics is a lot of money.
Olympics is very intense.
That's intense. There's a lot more planning there.
Yeah.
So many events that you have to.
We can host cricket because we
have cricket. And same with rugby.
Yeah. Rugby, soccer, as motorsport, yes, we can.
Yeah.
But the Olympics is just too intense for us.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future, Now that we have a lot of stadiums, especially the one in Cape Town.
The one in Cape Town is so nice. It's a great atmosphere.
Yeah. And remember Cape Town, there were Formula 3 was there in Cape Town.
Oh, was there? Yeah.
That was 2022 or 2021, I think it's 2021.
They held a race there.
Yeah. I still remember I was going to SANAE. Yes, I was going to SANAE.
That's cool.
2021,
Yeah, and Formula 2 and 3 is like the lower leagues.
Yeah, the lower leagues. But
do any of those drivers come up?
They always come up.
They always come up through the lower leagues. Oh, okay.
You like Charles Leclerc, this Van Stappen, they came from
the
Formula 3,
Okay.
They graduate.
They graduate through it, the system, Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Because everything starts from the go-kart. Yeah, from the go-kart, and then you go to Formula 3, Formula 2, then Formula 1.
Wow.
Yeah. Because Formula 1 is used, there's a lot of technologies involved.
Yeah, a lot.
You need to be good.
It's an electrical car.
Yeah, electronic,
It is an electric car now.
Yeah, electrical,
Or they still use fuel.
They use still fuel at the moment.
But it's a lot of it is electric.
Yeah. So the braking is almost a combination.
Just imagine if it's Teslas and you can't hear them anymore. You just driving, everyone's standing there in the crowd, but you can't hear the car anymore. Where is it? Wow, it's fast, but it doesn't sound fast. That'd be so funny. I wonder if that's the reason they don't change it totally electric.
Yeah.
Because electric, if the acceleration is so much quicker,
so much quicker. But I think the problem they're gonna have when it's raining.
Yeah, raining.
See? Woo! Stop. Why is everyone stopping? No. The sky.
But surely you can stop that. Don't you have electrical cars you can drive in the rain?
I don't know.
You don't know? No, I'm sure.
To be seen here.
Oh.
I don't know. But I think they might just experiment that. Just want to see. To have fun. Have fun, Like Lewis Hamilton is leading in Ferrari. Suddenly he's going backwards. And you hear the commentators. He's been leading for 5 seconds. now the 5 seconds is being cut by 3. I said, what? What is happening? No, the cloud. It will be fun.
Yeah. What are the speeds that they can go now in the Formula One cars?
340.
340. But they don't really want to let them go faster, right?
Because they said it's risky.
It's risky.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't see on your device. You don't see. That's why.
It's still flipping fast.
340.
When they go around the corner, how do they reduce the speed of a lot? Not
just a bit.
Just a bit.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. Yeah.
They hit those apex.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes.
Yeah.
Or you just like Max. He cut those things.
He cuts them now.
Cut them. Wow.
Well, every little bit you cut, you gain. You know?
Yeah, you gain. You gain.
Yeah. It's amazing. Now I actually want to go watch. Now no, I actually missed this.
Yeah, no, it's
crazy
it's
what
nice,
things
nice
you
to
miss.
watch. Yeah, it's really nice to watch.
It is nice to watch. Yeah, I was also always fascinated with that pit crews. How fast they can change their styles. Like
those guys
8 seconds.
Bye
bye.
Those guys are good. Good. That's good.
Yeah.
I was reading this news today. They were practicing in Japan, Suzuki. So Ferrari won a broken record of pit stop. And I said, they improved those crew Italian. It's just a 3.5 second.
Yeah.
So the second one was Aston Martin. 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 seconds changing all the tires.
Yeah, all the tires. Yeah.
But not fuel, no.
No, not fuel.
Just tires.
Yeah. No, they don't refuel anymore.
They don't refuel anymore.
Yeah, you only refill it when you do your warm lap, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they know that sometimes, if you get a lot of fuel, you gain speed.
You gain speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
of your weight.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Formula One cars is stupid. For a normal car, if it's full, it's heavy.
Yeah.
But now a Formula One car, when it's full, I gain speed. That's
But those cars, they don't weigh a lot.
They don't weigh a lot.
It's actually amazing.
They don't weigh a lot.
Like if that pit crew, if one guy makes a mistake, he's probably fired. He's gone.
He's gone.
You can't make a mistake.
No, you can't make. That's why they practice. They really practice. Like Friday they practice, Saturday they practice. They know that when it comes Sunday, everything must be perfect. It must be on. Yeah.
That's a cool thing.
Yeah.
Because if you miss out a couple split seconds, makes a big difference.
You make difference.
Make a big difference.
Make difference.
Yeah. Yo, how long have we been going now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Feels like we've been going forever. 2 hours.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, but it's been nice.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Do you think we'll stop here? You want to continue or you want to stop?
It's up to you. It's up to you. I have all the time.
You have all the time?
I have all the time. I only go start my generator at 4.
At 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in 40 minutes actually.
Yeah.
So we have 40 minutes.
All right.
We can still talk for 40 minutes if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to go back to the racing, like I think I started watching MotoGP because MotoGP was more exciting for me because they overtake each other easier.
Yeah, very easy.
But with Formula One, it's like, they have to take a risk when they overtake. And then sometimes if they hit the other one, they fucking crash out and then it's a F up.
Yeah, Formula One, depending on the track, if you're racing in Monza, Australia, Melbourne, and Bahrain. It's easy to overtake because it's a little bit wider.
Yeah.
But when you go to Monaco, it's very, very difficult to overtake. The same apply with Malaysia, but that place again, they race during the night, in the evening.
Yeah, is it Singapore?
Singapore, yeah.
Singapore, yeah. That's what I wanted to ask. Do they still do that?
Yeah, they still do that. It's very, very difficult to overtake it, only at the starting point. But sometimes, people misjudge when are you going to get a starting point. You never know. So you're focusing on the person you are following. And the main issue with a Formula One car, if you're following a person, your car gets affected. Yeah.
The split screen.
Yeah. You get affected because of the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why sometimes they back out, and also by backing up, you are losing again.
Yeah, you're losing again.
It's quite challenging. You need your timing must be 100%.
100%. Yeah. Otherwise, you crash.
Yeah, but MotoGP is just it's cool. It's cool. You just put them in. Pass.
Yeah. Do you have the same companies there for MotoGP, like manufacturers? Is it like, I don't even know.
They are different. You find Yamaha, and then you find Aprilia, then you find Fiat, then you find now Red Bull. They are now also there now. Yeah. Then Honda.
What engine does a Red Bull use?
Red Bull, they are using Ford.
Ford.
Yeah, Ford. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're using Ford. Then Suzuki. Yeah. I think the most powerful engine in motorsport at the moment is Honda.
Honda.
Yeah.
Wow.
Honda and Yamaha.
Okay.
Yeah. Yamaha is Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are very, very, very strong.
Did they manufacture it in Italy?
Yeah.
Wasn't it in Japan, Yamaha?
They bought it.
They bought it.
They bought it.
Okay.
It was Japan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why the Japanese all sell their stuff. So I have no idea. Yeah, I really don't understand.
But that's probably been happening all the time.
No, all the time. Yeah. But they are very, very strong. Especially on the grid, you find them. They are very, very strong. Yamaha, Honda, Suzuki, they are falling behind.
They're falling behind.
They are falling behind. Yeah.
I have a Suzuki.
Is it?
A car, yeah.
Oh.
Vitara Brezza Suzuki. It's a nice car.
Nice. It's very nice.
It's a nice car. I only bought it because it's a bit raised from the ground, so I wanted to drive on the dirt roads. And I didn't have money for a bakkie.
Yeah.
So I went for that option rather.
Alright.
Yeah.
Vitara, ne?
Yeah, Vitara. I think it's discontinued. I don't think they make it anymore.
Yeah, discontinued. But it's a nice. If I get that one, I'll buy it.
Yeah, it's a nice car.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, I hope I can still drive when I get back. It's been so long without driving.
You're gonna drive on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah. Oh, are we on the left?
What are you doing? What? Driving on the wrong road.
I think I'll drive on the middle, on the line.
Don't worry, I'll get there. Oh no.
Yeah, that's like going to US or when you have to go drive on the other side of the road. It just feels so weird.
You're weird, yeah.
I can just imagine.
I was in DRC. We went there with AMSCO. We were testing. With implementing this rollover cage on the mining bakkies. So it was my first time. Went to DRC and I drive on the wrong side of the road. So they asked me to drive and I was driving on the wrong side of the road. Said, no, this is the incoming. But in South Africa, drive said, it's not South Africa, drive on the other side. And I said, no, man, I can't drive on the wrong side of the road. The traffic will catch me. He said, no, here is how you drive.
Yeah.
Go that way. And the other people will come this way. I said, oh, that's very weird.
Yeah.
We drive this way, and then they come this way. I said, hi.
Hi.
Not hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for me, it's fine. If I drive on the wrong side to here, at least if the truck bumped me, the passenger's gonna die, not me.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm here, I'm safe.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. If you have to choose a car, like your favorite, what's your favorite car? I know you like Ferrari and Formula One, but is that also your favorite?
Mercedes is my favorite car.
Just because of the engine?
Yeah, because of the engine. I'm driving one. I'm driving the C220 CDI, the Elegant.
Okay.
I love it because it's got a lot of electronic things.
Is it, what year is it?
2018.
2018.
Yeah. So this Mercedes, it have a sensors. It can sense what is under, it can sense what is next to it, sense what is in front or the back. And when you drive this pothole, it can sense.
There's a pothole.
Yeah. It's 100 meters it can sense.
Yeah.
It's going to tell you to reduce the speed or it's going to cut the engine.
Wow.
So that's what I love about that Mercedes.
It's a lot computerized.
Computerized, And, the most thing I love about this Mercedes, when you brake, it have an EPC system. Also ABS system, but all these two come together. And when you brake, even at a high speed, the wheel doesn't lock. Really.
Yeah.
It grab, leave until it stands still. And it doesn't sway.
It doesn't sway.
Yeah.
So it's very safe, basically.
Yeah, very safe. And that's what I love about Mercedes. Even the mobility or the braking system.
My father is the same. He loves a Mercedes.
Yeah, it's very, very
says
nice.
that's the best.
Yeah,
the best, mate.
Yeah, I drove a lot of vehicle. I was owning Toyota Corolla, the envelope shape. That thing is just useless. Okay. Then I bought a RAV4, 2014, 2015 model. Fuel consumption was a mess.
Yeah.
And I've got smart FFA.
How did you fit in that?
The long wheelbase, the one sticks. I love that one.
How was its fuel consumption?
That's very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice. 230 rand. It's full tank.
Yo!
And,
How big was its tank though?
it's about, I think, 40 liters.
40.
Yeah, 40 liters. Yeah, it's just, I love that thing. The reason why is everything is electronic. Yeah, it's electronic. It got the air suspension, got airbags. It can also sense the speed hump.
Yeah.
That's what I love about that thing. It's just, and the worst part is just, when you're sitting in it, when you're driving, I'm sitting on this side. Because it came like that from Germany.
Oh, so it actually got imported away.
Yeah, imported. So yeah. But yeah.
Is Smart also a German make?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smart Cooper, Mini Cooper,
The Mini,
Mercedes, and BMW.
BMW.
Yeah, from Germany.
BMW is also nice.
Yeah.
I think I also like Mercedes more than BMW. No, I would say there's always this rivalry between those two.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I love those things. But I drive a Mercedes, and I've got my Smart, and I've got my Jeep.
Your Jeep.
Wrangler.
Jeep is American.
Yeah, it's MG.
MG.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I've got a weird color.
Pink.
Yellow.
Yellow. Oh, but there were some yellow ones because I can remember one of my friends' mother has also a yellow Jeep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was working in mining in Katu, and there were two, and so there's another white fox living in Olifantshoek, also have the same Jeep like mine.
Also
but
yellow.
The only difference is there's a registration number. Same color. One day we went to Postmaster. I think he was also there. So I packed at KFC and they also come and packed next to me. So I get no friend card. So here's no your friend. So yay, get your Jeep. It's here.
So why did you pick a yellow?
I don't know. I just decided I'm gonna buy yellow.
It's like, oh, it looks nice.
You know, when I choose the color, there was a black, there was a Rubicon, quite like almost like this one.
Yeah.
And I tell the salesperson, I need the yellow one. Said, are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm sure. Okay, I'll give you time to think. I said, there's nothing to think about. I need a yellow one.
I need a yellow one.
when they deliver, they upload it from Lowbet. So it's your car. I said, yeah, that's the one. Yellow, cool. Yeah. Even if I drive in Pretoria, they will see yellow and say, it's coconut.
It's coconut. Oh man. Do you work on your cars by yourself if you have to service them? You just service it yourself.
Yeah. Unless I've got service maintenance, then I know that I don't pay a cent.
Yeah, then you.
Yeah. But on a smart Mercedes, the search plan is expired, so I do it myself.
Yeah, do it yourself.
Yeah. And also, I've got also Ford Cortina, the one my parents left to me. It's an old one, but I put a massive tire on it. Doesn't have a license expired long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't even renew it.
Yeah.
Just drive.
Yeah.
So I work on it. I don't have a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a family car, a Volkswagen Beetle of
I love
1969.
that. I love that.
That's awesome. The history of that car is so cool because it was bought in Knysna.
Yeah.
And my dad's grandfather, actually his step-grandfather, used to drive it there.
Sure.
In the forests of Knysna. It's such a cool story.
Yeah.
And that car still, you can fix it yourself because it's mechanical totally. So. Yeah. And that's what's so nice for me about that car. I don't know, it just has character.
Yeah.
And driving it. I would love to go drive it now. A little bit.
Feel like driving it.
Yeah.
Sitting there. And a Beetle is a nice car.
And it's spacious. You think it's small, but there's enough space there.
There's enough space.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only car that doesn't have a space is the Mini 500. That Mini 500, unless you remove the rear seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys got a nice car. Really.
Yeah, that's a nice car.
You know, if I have a Beetle somewhere, I'll buy it. Believe me.
But you see it a lot less. There used to be a time, like I can remember when I was small, early 2000. There was a lot of Beetles still. There was still a lot because it's such a good car.
Yeah.
But now these days you can see it's
just very less and less.
Yeah, but it's getting old now.
But believe me, some folks they do still have it. They keep them in their garage.
Yeah, they keep them.
Go for this what you call antique roadshow, whatever.
Exactly.
Find this car and you ask yourself, where do they come from?
Yeah, people just. I knew a guy. My first girlfriend I had, her dad was a car collector. He loved Alfa Romeos.
Yeah.
That was like his thing. He had all these old cars. He had Maserati as well, and he had like a Ferrari, but all the old ones.
All the old ones.
Like the 80s, 70s ones.
Yeah.
You know, when the cars were like really cool.
Yeah.
But, he had the strangest cars. The strangest cars I've never seen in my life, some of them. Yes. But sometimes because they were in the same church as us, then every time they come with a different car. Like, like what? And he's a trader. So if he's done with the one car, he just trades it in.
Yeah, trade in.
He's like, I don't want this one anymore. Let's trade it with a different, cooler Alfa Romeo. And he just loved that. And he loves to clean his cars. And he loves to service it himself. And very interesting guy, actually.
I would love to drive an antique car.
Yeah.
Especially that one, got like I don't know how many pistons that it have. Because it's a long steering wheel.
Yeah.
Sit like you're outside. I think it's Austin Martin, or I'm not sure what kind of guy. It looks funny.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
I used to see in Centurion sometimes when this road show thing. See, it's old men. They bring their old cars, and some of them they got a wheel at the back, the spare wheel. The other one is spare wheel at the front.
Yeah.
I'm asking, I said, when did this car was manufactured again?
Yeah.
I said, no, you were not there. I said, that's what the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, weird.
It's weird. Yeah.
But it's nice. Life is about that, having fun.
Definitely. Yeah. It's always nice to see an old car, but not just an old car, like anything old. Popping up somewhere.
Yeah.
And like, yo.
Give you a sense of awareness. Yeah?
Yes, it's a sense of, we've evolved a lot. Holy hell. Like when you see an old computer, like an old 90s. Those shitty ones that you had to... we had this crap computer, man. But those things are expensive in that time. They were like 20,000 rand that time. And then you can only it's like this binary system where you just had... You didn't have like a GUI system.
No.
You only had you had to type in all the words. You didn't have a mouse or anything. You have to type, go down there, enter.
I had one. My mom bought me one. I think I was doing my N4. That's just a present. Yes, I have no idea how to operate it.
Now, look at now. Now we have a supercomputer in our pocket.
And now I have to get a class from her how to use it. Mom, but this thing is so complicated. No, there's nothing complicated. It's you who are complicated, not the computer. The computer is straightforward. I said, but this thing is old. I said, and you? Are you young? Oh, yeah. It's fun.
It's amazing how things have changed, actually. It's like phones and everything. And now today you have AI. You can just flip and let AI think everything for you.
They
have all the information.
They give you all the information you need. You just have to
ask a question.
It's
crazy shit.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
We never had such thing.
Yeah, we're in a time of robotics now, I feel like. We're gonna go to robots, probably. Everyone's gonna have their own robots, maybe in 20 years or something. It does the dishes for me.
It will be costly,
Yeah, I'm only gonna get a robot to do the dishes for me.
Hey, robot, bring me coffee.
Bring me coffee. And that's how war begins. The robots, they get mankind. Later on, they'll be like, fuck you.
What? I'm not bringing you coffee. Come and fetch it yourself. Oh, now you're retaliating, bastard.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Okay, John, I think that was good, ne?
Thank you so much.
We spoke a long time now. It was nice. I really enjoyed it, and thank you.
Me too.
For just being here. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It was awesome.
Thank you so much.
We can do it again, anytime.
No, anytime.
Anytime.
I'll tell you so that we can have some racing The forklift.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm just gonna check the battery if they are charged or not.
Okay, cool.
But I'll let you know.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you, John.
This is your train, eh?
Yeah.